Like if you were to fight Floyd, in
Don't
his
fight
prime,
him.
If you guys were both in the...
Don't fight him.
I'm still retired, officially retired, but I didn't retire from entertaining people, and I didn't retire from making money. So this coming up soon in a couple days, it's all about entertaining the...
Between Tank and Floyd is that Tank got the type of power. When you got power that carry up like Pacquiao, you can move up many weight divisions, not just, the two that he...
Gervonta Davis has responded to Floyd Mayweather's recent challenge, making it clear that while he respects his former mentor, he has no interest in stepping into the ring with him.
Like if you were to fight Floyd, in
Don't
his prime,
fight him.
If you guys were both in the...
Don't fight him. I wouldn't fight him. I mean, Floyd was good. He was top tier. I mean, me, I feel as though I could compete with any top fighter. I'm not saying me going at Floyd, but I'm saying like I feel as though my skills. I feel like my skills, and not to take nothing from Floyd, but I feel like my skills can compete with anybody that ever laced up a boxing game.
You're crazy to watch, bro. Like,
yeah.
Gervonta Davis has own skills and abilities, stating that he can match any top-tier opponent in the sport today. However, when it comes to Mayweather, he expressed reluctance, pointing to their past mentor-mentee relationship and implying that such a fight wouldn't align with his career goals.
Relationship with Floyd now, is he still a part of your camp and crew or something, or not?
Floyd outdoing him. He always been like that. So I gotta focus on what I'm focusing on. He already did what he had to do, bro.
For sure.
I ain't gonna lie. Me, if I did what I like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't fault him for like standing to himself and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's also a part of me type thing, like come back and help too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's much love to the whole.
Gervonta Davis spoke candidly about his relationship with Mayweather, making it clear that he has moved forward in his career regardless of the influence Mayweather once had on him. He acknowledged that there was a time when Mayweather played a significant role in his development as a fighter, but that time had passed.
Fight you've got coming up, Floyd. Who do you think has taken the biggest risk taking that fight? Has it been you, Floyd Mayweather, or has it been Logan Paul, and why?
Well, it's always me, because at the end of the day, I'm always in a no-win situation. If I go out, I talked about this numerous times. If I knock him out in the first round, they're going to say it was a waste of our money. If I carry him, let him go a few rounds, then they're going to say, oh, Floyd Mayweather couldn't knock this guy out. But people got to realize, I'm still retired, officially retired. But I didn't retire from entertain.
According to Gervonta Davis, Mayweather had on him, whether good or bad, was already behind him. He stated, Floyd has always been like that. I have to focus on me. He already did it. He already did what he had to do. Gervonta Davis reasoned to entertain the idea of fighting his former mentor. His focus is entirely on his own success and continuing to build his legacy. He acknowledged that if he had accomplished as much as Mayweather did in the sport, he might feel the same way about his own career. However, Gervonta Davis wants to continue progressing without looking back.
It wasn't that he's a big guy who could go to 140. It was that he's so talented and punched so hard that those skill sets can carry up with them in weight. That's what the great ones do. They have that ability. That's why I mentioned Floyd Mayweather wasn't 154, but his skill set was so good. The difference between Tank and Floyd is that Tank got the type of power. When you got power that carry up like Pacquiao, you can move up many weight divisions, not just, the two that he primarily.
Mayweather made it clear that he remains retired from professional boxing, but not from entertaining people or making money. He stated, I'm still retired officially, but I'm not retired from entertaining people, and I'm not retired from making money. While he no longer competes at the highest level, he still Gervonta Davis fights and keeps an eye on the sport, finding ways to stay relevant and capitalize on lucrative opportunities.
YouTube breaking news, Gervonta Davis is now calling out Floyd Money Mayweather for an absolute dream fight. A real fight, not an expedition. Gervonta wants to take out the master. Student versus master. Gervonta versus Money and Floyd Mayweather. What do y'all think about this fight? And if it happens, who you got? Do you got Gervonta the student, or do you got Floyd Mayweather the teacher? What's up? I hope this fight happens, because I will watch this shit. I will watch both records. Both people are undefeated. This will go down in history. What do y'all think? Throw a thumbs up, and if you know what's next, subscribe.
Mayweather has always been a businessman, and his latest challenge to Gervonta Davis another example of his ability to generate headlines and potential paydays. He sees these fights, even if they are just hypothetical, as an opportunity to continue engaging with fans and keeping his name in the conversation. Over the years, he has compared himself to business moguls like Jeff Bezos and Warren Buffett, emphasizing that just because he retired from professional competition doesn't mean he will stop making smart financial moves.
Well, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. How the say Terrence Crawford should fight Benavidez? That don't make no fucking sense. You don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you. You don't never.
Is there like a
Last question, guys.
is there like a love-hate for like
Yeah.
the fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And he because I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like.
This mindset is likely why Mayweather called out Gervonta Davis. A fight between Mayweather and Gervonta Davis undoubtedly generate massive attention.
By arguably one of the greatest of all time, right?
What are we rating ourselves on? What are we rating on?
Okay.
Well, we want to know. In the least amount of fights, you know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights,
Yes, you did.
who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were
So it's basically saying that,
the greatest of all time.
okay.
Their history as mentor and protege, coupled with Gervonta Davis' superstardom, makes for an intriguing storyline. Mayweather knows that such a bout would bring in major revenue, as it would capture the curiosity of boxing fans worldwide. Gervonta Davis made it clear that he is not interested in the spectacle. He is determined to focus on his own career rather than be drawn into a fight that could be seen as more about money than sporting merit. Gervonta Davis entertained the idea of fighting Mayweather reinforces his commitment to building his own legacy. Instead of revisiting his past, he is looking ahead to bigger challenges. There are plenty of elite fighters in his division who would make for exciting matchups.
So who would you fight next?
And guess what? Your job don't pay like my job.
Well, it depends.
Your job don't pay like my job.
That brings me to another point.
I can make 20 million in 18 months because I want to. Because I want to come back and steal some more money. I'm in a whole new era, dominating
That's right.
fighters.
And he's a whole new fighter, Floyd.
A whole new fighter.
Oh yeah.
And when I beat him, what they gonna say? Oh, well, we knew this was gonna happen. Floyd Mayweather was a bigger fighter, or he can outbox him, or this. It's always excuses.
Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Ryan Garcia. These fights would not only test Davis' skills, but also solidify his position as one of the best fighters in the sport today. Gervonta Davis and Mayweather have had a complicated relationship. Mayweather was instrumental in guiding Davis early in his career, helping him gain exposure and climb the ranks. Gervonta Davis became more successful, tensions between the two surfaced. At times, Davis has expressed frustration with how Mayweather handled his career and how their relationship evolved.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz, you know, with that's what I was real. That's what
While there is still mutual respect between them, it is clear that Gervonta Davis moved beyond any lingering ties to Mayweather's shadow. Mayweather, for his part, has always been known for his ability to stay relevant. Even in retirement, he continues to make headlines with his business moves, exhibition fights, and comments on the current state of boxing. His call-out to Gervonta Davis part of a broader strategy to keep himself in the spotlight.
Just once you get around someone, you be looking up to these people so bad, and like once you get around, they don't be who they say they is or who they portray to be. You be like, damn, it's damn near like it's a letdown. So you be more so hurt off, you know. So it's like I just go my own way, like I do my own thing and things like that. So that's more so that's what it was, and that's cool. It's just like you just don't vibe with like what they on, and that's, you know. I mean, I've been in a situation where though, like, you know, I was in a lose-lose situation. Now, what came out still on top
with Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
Just it was a situation that he put me in to, you know, make me lose, but he thought I was gonna lose. But
you talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 16-0. 16-0. And I was 21 at the time. And I haven't fought.
While also positioning himself as someone still capable of drawing interest in the sport, Gervonta Davis biting. He has no intention of engaging in a fight that he sees as unnecessary. His focus remains on proving himself against the best active fighters, not on participating in an exhibition-style match with his former mentor. Gervonta Davis at a stage in his career where he wants to be known for his own accomplishments, not for being Mayweather's protege. For fans, the idea of Mayweather versus Gervonta Davis an intriguing one. It would be a battle between a legend and his former pupil, a test to see if the student could surpass the master.
Around that time, I wasn't making that much money. I probably was making like $10,000 a fight. So 6 months is crazy to not fight, you know. So when they came back and it was like, all right, you gotta fight. He was like, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You're like sitting on a show. So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. So now, and remind you, I'm letting them boxers that you talking about,
But from a competitive standpoint, Gervonta Davis value in it. He has built his reputation through hard-fought battles and dominant performances, and he wants his legacy to be defined by his achievements in the ring, not by an exhibition fight against a retired champion. Gervonta Davis speaks to his maturity as a fighter. He is no longer the young prospect looking for guidance. He is now a star in his own right, capable of making his own decisions and charting his own path. By declining Mayweather's challenge, he is making a statement that he is focused on his own goals and won't be swayed by outside noise. Mayweather's approach is understandable from a business perspective. He has always been about maximizing earnings and capitalizing on opportunities. A fight against Davis, even if it were just an exhibition, would generate massive attention and revenue. But Davis is looking at the bigger picture. He is focused on becoming a generational talent, someone who is remembered for his dominance in the sport, not for taking part in a spectacle. In the end, the likelihood of a Mayweather versus Davis fight remains slim. Davis has been firm in his stance that he has no interest in it. And unless something drastically changes, it appears he will continue to focus on the challenges ahead. For now, boxing fans can look forward to seeing Davis take on the best in his division, while Mayweather will likely continue finding ways to remain in the spotlight without stepping back into the professional ring. While the idea of this fight may excite some, it ultimately seems like a mismatch of priorities. Davis is carving out his own legacy, while Mayweather is focused on sustaining his post-boxing brand. Davis has made it clear his future is in competing against today's top fighters, not revisiting the past. And with so many exciting potential matchups ahead, it's clear that Davis has his sights set on proving himself in the ring against the best of the best, rather than entertaining a clash with his former mentor.